Hello everybody, welcome to OCHD and welcome to another Jumputi Heroes news video. Today we're talking about the Grand Alliance Festival, one of our little crossover events between Black Cat and Talovru. And there's actually a few more things we need to talk about, obviously, because the anniversary is literally the next event after this one. So of course there's some other stuff. But let's start with this. Let's start with the crossover. Pretty interesting lineup for this event. I think I can kind of see what they were going for, because I was thinking maybe we might get like a limited train or something like that, but I think the idea here is that they've done the crossover limited between Yami and Eve, and maybe we'll get like a limited train later or a version 2 train later. Same with Yukirito, although I don't imagine he'd be a limited, but like a version 2 of him, and we still need like a version 2 of Lala, or version 3 I guess, but one that's not like a seasonal and all that. And yeah, it's an interesting lineup. Certainly there's definitely some choices as we go through the event that I'll point out seem interesting to me. But let's start off with the login bonus. You can get yourself either Train or Lala from a choice ticket, and there'll be some other rewards which they haven't revealed yet, but we'll know within the next, I don't know, like what, like 12 hours? It's not even 12 hours. We'll know later today. We know there's like tickets on there, so that's good. Some limit break doors, and hopefully some other good stuff. Hopefully some rubies, but probably not. Then we have the Black Cat Talovru reading time missions. I like these because they're very easy, and you get 5 tickets for like whatever event it is. So I think we got it in... What do we get it in? Medica Box. I don't think we got it in JoJo. We got it in Medica Box and the Kawashita Sensei one. And the Kawashita Sensei one in particular was very nice because that ended up being like 20 tickets. In this case, it's 10. In the case of Medica Box, it was 5. Nonetheless, I will take the free tickets. I will take the goodies. Maybe I could get lucky. Who knows? Because this ticket gacha features these 3 new units from the standard gacha. Something interesting to bring up here. These are seasonal characters. But it looks like you can see Momo in the background there. Most likely the other Talovru Black Cat characters will be available in this banner. I don't know whether we're going to see the other seasonal characters on this banner. Like, for example, Christmas Lala and characters like that. But this is interesting because on other tickets you don't get seasonal characters, but in these, I mean, it's the only ones that were introduced in this event were the seasonal heroes. So if they add this ticket to the ticket store at some point in the future, this is probably going to be the only ticket that has seasonal characters on it, which is pretty interesting. So this will make this one sort of special, and we'll also have the Bobobo ones that are sort of special because they're the only ones with limiteds on them. It's kind of interesting. It's a new dynamic. Also, the Stone Ocean ones are special because they don't include any of the other JoJo stuff, which I appreciate because it makes them a lot more valuable, really. But yeah, very cool. Standard daily event, clear the stage each day, get your rewards. There's going to be rubies as a reward, and there's also going to be tickets every day as a reward, which I appreciate. Then we have the points event. Straightforward stuff, simple stuff. You collect the points, or in this case, wads of yen, and you use those at the event exchange to get Gyoko Kirasaki, the Talovru version, which is a magical girl. Very nice. I have a feeling I'm gonna get her to plus 99 because I really like her sprite. You can also get Taiyaki, which we'll talk about in a second, and 2 chat stamps, which I'm definitely going to use every day. Let's go. But pretty nice stamps, to be fair. I don't use them that much. And there's all your boosted characters, obviously including some of those seasonals I mentioned before if you happen to have them. But obviously the biggest boosters are the new units. And then the Taiyaki gacha, not as good as the other ticket gacha. It does have guaranteed 5 stars, which is a bonus, and there's going to be other stuff in there like jewel shards or limit break doors. Pretty good rewards, but the guaranteed 5 stars on this are only really going to give you like old Talovru units, old Black Cat units, which is kind of a shame. But if the rates are anything like the most recent, what was the most recent one? Like the White Day one. We'll talk about that in a second. If it's anything like that, you at least have a good chance of getting like multiple duplicates of some of these characters and like lots of good rewards. So a bonus, I suppose, a bonus. Then we have the first of 2 Catastrophe class events. Unfortunately, no aura costumes on either of them, but they each come with an emblem, which is something iconic from each series, which is fine by me, I suppose. Zastin, who, to be honest, I had forgotten about, but he actually plays quite an active role in the Televoru story from quite early. So, you know what? Fair enough addition. Happy for him to be a Catastrophe class event. Very, very nice. And then the other one we'll talk about in a second, but we first have the Transcendent class event, Rinslet Walker. Now, one thing I'm curious about, these events, unlike the Hunter x Hunter ones, or sorry, I should say Hunter, Hunter, and Yu Yu Hakusho ones, they're not, the events themselves are not crossovers. The events themselves, like, this is just a Televoru event. This is just a Black Cat event. Whereas in that one, they tried to do this, like, funky thing where it's like, oh, you can get this stage that has, I think it had, like, Kuwabara on it, and it also had, like, someone else on it. And it was like a mix between 2 characters on the on the stage. The stage name was a mix of the 2 series as well. And those seemingly were kind of treated as, like, seasonal events. But also, the character skills had seasonal elements to them. And what I mean by seasonal elements, that's just waffle. But I'm basically saying something we only see on these special kind of units, which is a boost for 2 series. Instead of saying boosts red units or boosts DPS units, it'll be boosts Black Cat and Televoru units, which is an element that's unique to these type of events. It doesn't come up that often. So, are these events, because I know some of these characters do have that, are these events going to be available from, I don't know, a Black Cat section of the Voyage Log or a Televoru section of the Voyage Log in the future? I don't know yet, but I know there are some elements that are going to be restricted as to when they come back in the future. I'm kind of hoping these events aren't one of those elements, though, because these are quite... Zastin, I mean, I don't know, but the Black Cat characters certainly feel like characters that should be available all the time, because they're quite important characters to the series. So, I guess we'll see. But, very nice sprite for Rinslet. Very nice addition. Transcendent class event. Easy to clear, of course. And then we have a very nice Legend Summon from Black Cat, which is a big moment from right near the end of the series, which I'm hoping they will use to make a limited train in the future. Who knows, but fingers crossed. And make sure to get that and max that out. Then we have the other Catastrophe class event, which is Sven, who I was certain would be a standard gacha unit. Not the case. Event unit. Catastrophe class, to be fair, but doesn't have an aura costume. So it's kind of interesting. Don't get me wrong, again, the emblem, it's a nice little cat, that's cool, but I don't know, I really thought he'd be standard gacha. The sprite looks great. Again, he's a very important character to the series, so he had to be added eventually. I mean, this event really has done wonders for the Black Cat roster, but Black Cat still needs a limited train, at least. And, well, Televoru technically doesn't really... I mean, other than the crossover limited, which both series technically have, Televoru doesn't have a standard standalone limited either. So yeah, it's a bit weird, but I think Black Cat certainly benefited more from this event than Televoru did, simply because Sven had to be added, and he's not the only one. There's a few other characters added from Black Cat. It's like, yeah, okay, they had to be added. Whereas Televoru, I feel like the roster didn't improve that much. So I don't know. And it also got a legend summon for Black Cat, which is very cool. Then we have this stage, which is the 2 Kyokos from the 2 different series crossing over. And you clear this and you get some luxury rewards. Very nice. And Creed gets to be a super dimensional battle boss. I'm hoping at some point we get a version 2 Creed, because he's been in the game for so long. You need, like, if you want to release Limited Train and then like a version 2 Creed as a catastrophe class event, I think people would be very happy with that. Don't know when they would do that, but hopefully sometime in the near future. Then we have the crossover Max Luck special reward campaign. This one giving us the Talaveru emblem, which was already in the game, by the way. But also the Black Cat emblem. The same limit break doors we always get, 100 rubies that we always get, and a guaranteed 5-star ticket. Which, to be honest, I would have preferred like 5 of the series tickets, the Yabuki Sensei tickets. But sure, 5-star ticket, that's fine, I guess. The level 15 updates, which have come out now for Whitebeard, Ichigo Kurosaki, and Suna. I was hoping Suna's update would be a little bit better than it was. I don't know what I was hoping for, but when I looked at his skills from this latest update, it just didn't really do much for me, sadly. So unfortunately, my boy Suna, I just gotta hope that the red one gets a really good buff, I guess. I don't know. But still, it's nice that they're doing these level 15 buffs. It's very, very cool. Then we have the Mega Puti Trade Medal update and the Ruby Exchange update, which I've talked about a little bit in the past. And we got a little bit more information on those now, which I'm going to talk about once we get through all the stuff in this particular event, when we get further down. So let's talk about the gacha. So, Talaveru and Black Cat crossover limited Golden Bond, Eve, and Yami. It's interesting that I know these characters were popular, but that these two were chosen as the first limited for both of these series. I know that this is one of the the crossover points of the series. You saw Kyoko is in both series. You will also see that not only is Eve and Yami technically different characters, but so similar. Both in they appear in both series. There's also Teju, who we'll show in a second, is in both series. There's a few crossovers, but this is one of the more known, more prominent ones. And it's been made into a limit. And the animations are very cool. They've shown us on Twitter now. They're very nice. And I'm happy to have them. But it does kind of leave me wanting a limited train. I'm not going to lie. But still, pretty standard gacha, similar to the... what was the last one like this? Jolene? Similar to the Jolene gacha. In fact, almost exactly the same as the Jolene gacha. 10 multis. Get yourself the limited. Pretty nice. Then we have the seasonal new heroes gacha. This one is a bit naughty. It not only includes 3 new seasonal heroes, and when we say seasonal, you know that it means these units only come back when the devs feel like it. They'll not be added to the standard gacha pool update. They'll not be added to the choice ticket pool update at any point. They won't be available in like any tickets except for the ones that were in this event. It will be so restricted on how you can get these. They'll only be available when special seasonal gacha come out and they happen to be on them. So whether they reprint this festival and the characters come back that way, or whether they decide to do like they did a special seasonal banner at one point that had a bunch of the seasonal characters on it, whether they'll be added to that at some point. Then again, when do they reprint that? When they feel like it. So definitely the feeling of the devs wanting to give people a little bit of FOMO. You're a little bit worried because you think, oh, I love these characters, but I can't pull for them right now. The anniversary is coming up. It's like, but if you don't pull for them, you might never have another chance. And I think that's a little bit dumb, especially for making Kyoko like a limited time unit. That's dumb. Teju, a bit more understandable because I think she plays a small role in both series. And As for Run, it's a version 2 for Run. So as nice as it is, I kind of get it. It is literally just kind of like the other seasonal Talavaroo characters. As far as any series having seasonals, Talavaroo transcends. They have so many, so many. They got summer ones, Christmas ones, New Year ones, and now this one. And there's also the cross-dress. I can't remember what it's called. Yukisaki. Oh, it's down here. Yusaki Riko. There you go. So there are a lot of units featured on this banner, which I think I can't decide whether that's a good thing or not. Because if you're a new fan, maybe you're a fan of both of these series and that's why you started playing the game. Right now you start playing the game. This is good for you because look at all these characters you can summon from this banner. But if you have any of these characters from the past and you just wanted the new ones, especially if you're coming into this as a Black Cat fan, you got 2 characters out of this whole list. That's kind of rude. That's kind of unfair. Like, admittedly, they have changed the steps up to make this banner a lot more digestible, I would say. It doesn't hurt as much seeing the banner format as it used to. Because, first of all, you have the choice ticket, which the other banners didn't have. So, if there's one that you want and you're desperate to get them, if you go to the Knife Multi, you can have them. And the price is somewhat, well, considerably reduced, I suppose. Because, yeah, you don't get the 500 discount, you don't get a 750 discount, but it's simply 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. You get your guarantee. And you got free multis in between. Some of these are like guaranteed 5-star and stuff like that. So you have a chance. And these guaranteed 5-star ones are guaranteed to be one of these units. Unfortunately, the only step that guarantees you one of the new units is the 9th one because you get the choice ticket. But at least it's there because that was one of our biggest complaints. The choice ticket wasn't there last time. So that is good. Overall, it's not as bad as last time. I'm still not the biggest fan, but it is what it is. Then we can talk about some of the sales packs. This one features the units from this banner, but only the 3 new ones. Do you see how they're trying to put some value on this pack? Normally, I would tell you this pack sucks, and I still think it sucks. But if you want one of those units guaranteed, 6,400 yen and you just get them instead of spending 9 multis. Is that better? Not really, because this is not a choice ticket. If it was, I would have said maybe if you're a super fan, it's sort of worth it. Because it's like 6,400 and you get the unit you want plus some rewards and 1,000 rubies. And it's done. But if for the vast majority of people, this is still a scam. And it remains a scam every time they release it. Then we have the birthday gacha, which we mentioned before, but worth bringing up again. Sabo's birthday on the 20th, Erina's birthday on the 23rd, and Boruto's birthday on the 27th, just before the anniversary. Then we have the 21-step gacha, which is a scam. It's 7 multis to get guaranteed limited. You can do it a total of 21 times, and on the 2nd, 3rd, 5th, and 6th multi, you get 10 jewel shards each time. It is a scam. Don't summon on it. There's like loads of units on this gacha as well, so like don't go in thinking, oh, I'm gonna get Tanjiro gear. No, it doesn't work like that. The 5th anniversary countdown stuff is still going on. Make sure to log in every day and get your tickets. If you're joining us now, you're a little bit too late to get all of the tickets, so you're probably not going to be able to hit that 15th multi-sum and get the guaranteed limited, the 2nd one anyway. But if you're joining us now, you can still get the 5th. And you can still get a guaranteed limited. So still very good. And you have a chance each ticket to get a limited anyway. So pretty nice. Then we can talk about the data download. So first things first in the data download, a Roboco Aura costume. They love going back to this event. They gave us like enough to get like a third of the way to maxing her. Enough to get 2/3 of the way to maxing her. Now you can max her. And then in the next update, they've dropped an Aura costume. I don't know how you get it. I don't know if they've got some other plans for Roboco. Maybe they're going to do like something during the anniversary. something else from the series. I don't know. They've pretty much done everything they can do with this particular unit. You can get her to max skill for free, to max luck for free. Admittedly, they didn't let us get her to limit break for free, but they gave us so many materials, and you'd be crazy not to get her to max max limit break as one of your green heroes, because she's going to be guaranteed your 99 luck green lead. So you might as well get her to plus 99. And now she has an aura costume. So what else are they going to do with her or with the series? I do not know. Maybe they're going to let us do our like hidden potential system on Roboco for free as well. Who knows? Who knows? But still cool. Still cool that it's been given such attention, as it is the newest series added to the game. And we're hoping for more. We're hoping for more from Roboco and more new series. Then let's talk about some of the other stuff. We have the level 15 limit, whatever it's called, gacha. First multi is free. That's all that matters with this one. I really wouldn't do more on any of these normally, but on this one in particular, I feel like the lineup ain't that good. But the first multi is free, so make sure to do that at least. Then we have the 7-step gacha My Hero Academia edition. I know a lot of people are wondering why this is here, and I think that's understandable because I don't really know. My only assumption is they just decided, you know what, All Might's still running. Maybe at some point they'll do like an ad in Weekly Shonen Jump, like, guys, come pull for All Might. And then they'll be like, and by the way, you can pull for these other My Hero Academia limiteds. I don't know if that's true or not. I'm just hypothesizing, because that's the only reason I could see that they'd bring this back. I mean, I guess All Might is still currently being reprinted, so it's sort of like, I don't know. I feel like if they were going to reprint this, they probably should have done it at the same time as All Might. Like, when he started, this should have dropped as well. But it's fine. If you're a My Hero Academia fan, you might want to summon on this. You probably don't, but you might want to summon on this. I think, assuming it's just these 3 featured, because this has put a little bit of doubt in my mind, because they got Hawks on this part of the banner. Hawks is not unlimited. So I don't know if they've got heroes featured in here and Hawks is going to be one of the heroes, or whether there's going to be other limiteds in here, or I don't know. But assuming it's just these 3, going to the 7th multi is not that expensive and is actually probably nigh on worth it. If you don't have any of them, it's a pretty good deal, to be fair. But I would argue it's probably not going to be just those 3. They're probably going to put Deku and Eri on there. They're probably going to put version 1 All Might, who I keep forgetting exists, on there. So I guess we'll see. And then we have the other 7-step gacha. Generally speaking, the value of these is not too bad, but like, if you have even one of these limiteds, it's definitely not worth it. And this close to anniversary, I would argue again, is definitely not worth it. But still cool. It's still good to have some better value banners, because there's some bad ones. Then we have the 5th anniversary countdown limited gacha. Obviously, we don't know the format for certain, but this is what it normally is, and it's a pretty nice format. Again, it's going to be, you know, more expensive than stuff like this, but the units featured are far more desirable, I would say. So it's a toss-up, but still, I think it's, you know, what, 6,000 rubies, and you get, I can't remember if it was 6,000 last time or whether it was 5,500, because I feel like there was one banner where you got a free multi and then 500 on the second, but I can't remember what it was. But anyway, it's cool just because you get a free multi on each of these, and these banners are very, very good. They are very, very good. Most people are going to be missing at least some units from each. In my case, quite unfortunately, the 2 units I probably really, really want out of all of these banners are these 2, and unfortunately, I already have you 2 and I already have you, so I can't really go further than 1 multi here. And God, I'd really like to get a Bari at least, but it is what it is. And then the red one, I'm 3 out of 4, so I'm definitely not expecting much here. If I could get Luffy, I guess that'd be nice, but yeah, again, just 1 multi. Blue one, 50%. I've got U2, missing U2. Only doing one more. And this one, I don't have any of them. I'm still only doing the 500, but I don't have any of them. So if I wanted to, maybe I could go further, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to do one more. And whatever I get, I get. Then we have 3 of basically the same pack. Trying to tempt people to spend. In the current economy of the game, with the value they have put on rubies and with the value they have put on limited characters, you can, get tickets from stores and all this stuff. I don't think I can justify telling people that 12,800 yen is a good price for a limited choice ticket, even if you do get 2,050 rubies. I can't justify it. It's not worth it. I know it's a choice compared to some other tickets where it's just like random or whatever, but 12,800 yen, that's like $100. That's so much money. So no, I can't recommend any of these, unfortunately. This pack is not very good. Don't buy it. These packs they keep bringing back, and I don't know why. But you can't tell me people are buying these consistently, because they're just not good value at all. And at least with these ones, it's like it's not great value, but you're getting a limited at least. But with these ones, it's like you get a hero from 2021 or onwards. Why would I spend money on this? And why? I know they put the newer heroes on there to tease you, but get real. Then we have the 5th anniversary countdown gift packs. This one's actually 320 yen is not a lot, and you get 61 stamina tankards. Admittedly, it's probably not advisable to spend money on stamina, but I can see a lot of people buying this, especially like the mega whales and stuff. 320 yen for 61 stamina tankards. I mean, that's a lot. That is a considerable amount. If you want to just like farm the shit out of some stages, get some extra rewards, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Then we have this pack, which is not very good. It's 700 rubies and 10 choice ticket fragments. Basically, a choice ticket and 700 rubies. It's not the worst value in the world, but it's still not very good. And then we have this pack, which is one of those ones where it's like a bulk pack. I wouldn't say it's good value, but considering 4,000 rubies will typically cost you 12,800 yen, and you're getting 9,800 yen, 4,000 rubies, choice ticket fragments, and all this other stuff. It's better value for the bulk, but it's still not great value. So it's up to you. Obviously, it's up to you, but not the worst I've ever seen. And then that's basically it for that particular news post. We got a little bit more. White Day. It's a mini campaign, really. It's not a proper festival, even though they've called it a festival. It says like festival right there. But this event, they gave us these from login bonus, free stamina tankers, and these other rewards for 5 days. And this isn't over yet as of me making this video, and so I highly recommend, if you haven't taken part in the White Day stuff, there is a bare minimum you should be doing, which is log in, get your rewards every day or whatever, and then go to this event, the special sweet gift event. And admittedly, you've missed out a few of the taiyaki from this event, but that's not important. Not important at all. The most important thing is down here. This ticket is absolutely cracked. Now, to be fair, there's not really any guarantees on this. There's no choice step or on a certain step you'll get this guaranteed or anything like that. So in that regard, they're not that good. But in terms of what I have seen people pulling with these tickets, and in terms of the rates on the tickets, these tickets are cracked. You can get Killua, Toshiro, Jiraiya, or Kurama, the limited versions of each of those. And they're all in the pool alongside standard gacha units. Basically, they were choosing characters who have whitish hair, greyish hair along that line. Those limiteds are in there, along with standard gacha units who sort of fit the criteria as well, event units that fit the criteria as well, and then a few other rewards like doors and scrolls and stuff. The amount of people I have seen pull multiple limiteds from this, myself included. Admittedly, I already had all of them, but still, in the current climate of the game, I will take those dupes definitely. And it's just so good. So if you haven't done this already, you might have missed it because the medical box stuff, it's not part of that. You have to go to the next tab and scroll down. This is mad. The rewards people have gotten for this. And a lot of people, like, I got GARP from this. I didn't have GARP. That was a new standard gacha unit for me. If you're newer and you don't have as many standard gacha units, not only can you get copies of these characters, you might also be getting, like, a good amount of dupes and stuff. Get some good skill levels on them. So, love this ticket. Love this event. Even though it is just sort of like a mini campaign. Very, very good. And this event here, make sure you're clearing this every day, gives a hell of a lot of character EXP, character skill EXP, and rank EXP. So you're going to be leveling up from this. You're going to be leveling up your characters from this. And make sure to bring characters that haven't reached their max skill level yet. They're still, maybe they're like 11 out of 12 or whatever. Or 6 out of 12 or 0 out of 12 or whatever. You bring them along and you get your skill experience up. Very, very nice. And then this gacha, which compared to some of the other stuff we've been looking at today, kind of sucks. It's really not good, especially in these early steps. What the hell is it? 3 multis in a row where you get nothing. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. And we have these sales packs. If you ever see, right, I'm just gonna put this out there. If you ever see the % sign on a sales pack, don't buy it. You don't need me to tell you not to buy it. You see a % sign, and they are trying to bamboozle you. 5% chance at a limit is not worth me spending my money. 4,900 yen, you are mad. And then this is just the same thing, but the banner is blue. Then, last thing we need to talk about in this video, the updates from the 10th of March. Obviously, that was a few days ago now. These are, we talked about them before, but there's a little bit more I need to say on these, because yes, we all know if you sell limiteds, you can get medals, but there's a few more little bits of information we have now. So, first things first, limited characters are the only ones you can get these medals from. If you sell one limited duplicate or one limited character, you will get 30 medals, these mega pooty trade medals. You get 30. You don't get any if you sell event, hero, Muso, or Densetsu characters. None of them give you any if you sell them, but limited zoo. Okay? Now, the way it works, if you've leveled up the character, if you've evolved the character, if you've limit broken the character, if you've fed jewels to the character, does nothing. The character will still be worth the same amount. You got one copy of the character, it's worth 30. If you've done all that bullshit to it, still worth 30. But for every duplicate you have fed, that counts as another 30. So if you've got a character you fed loads of duplicates to, admittedly you probably wouldn't want to sell that, but that each duplicate is now worth 30. So this example here shows a character that's had 4 duplicates fed and one that's had none. And obviously the one that's had 4 duplicates fed, you get 30 for the original, 30 for each duplicate, 150 medals compared to the 30 you get just for the normal character. So pretty nice update. I appreciate that they've taken into account the whole, like, I fed some duplicates before, I should still get a reward for that. You absolutely should, and they absolutely have given that to us, so very nice. Now, the tickets, okay? This is really quite good. So they've got one 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, and 2022, and they've restricted it so it's like the 2022 one, you can only buy 1 a month. Sorry, lads. But then the second one, you can buy 2, and then 3, and then 3, and then 3. But you can also buy jewels from this. Now, they've rebalanced the prices, but honestly, I think it's fine. 10 medals means that if you get a duplicate of a character, hypothetically, let's say you got a duplicate of Tengen Uzui. I know I'm saying him because I've had a few duplicates myself. You get a duplicate of him, and you think, well, I kind of want to hold on to it because I've got him 12, 12, 12. If he gets his like level 15 update and it's cracked, I'm going to want to feed this duplicate to that. So I don't really want to sell it right now. Well, reconsider, because you can sell that duplicate for 30 medals, right? And then you can buy these tickets. Now, the way these tickets work means that, say for example, you buy the 2022 one and you get a duplicate of something else. You're like, oh, damn it. I've cheated myself out of that Uzui duplicate. But wait, because you can then sell that duplicate for another 30 medals. And then if you don't want to carry on, you don't want to buy like the 2021, 2020, 2019 ticket, whatever, then you could just buy the jewels back and you've essentially got the duplicate of Uzui again. You've got those free jewels, except now you can use them on anybody, not just him. So very, very nice. And it basically means any duplicates you get, if you get a duplicate of a unit you've already got maxed out, you just sell it for jewels and you just feed it to a character you do need duplicates of. And that applies not only to like limiteds. Like if you pull a limited dupe, say for example you've got like Gear 4 Luffy, you've already got him maxed out, 15, 15, 15. You sell that dupe, you buy the jewels, you could use those jewels on a limited, sure, but you could also use it on a Muso or a Densetsu. So it makes the duplicates of limiteds very, very valuable. And doing the whole like selling the duplicates and then buying the ticket and then selling and then buying and then selling and then buying, it's kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie. It meant that I got to do a load of limited summons and see what I got. Admittedly, I got one good one on the 2022 banner, and then I think from there I got nothing. But still, pretty nice. You can see all the pulls for these banners here. And yeah, I really rate this update. It's so good, and especially when like anniversaries come around, they tend to give out more like free limiteds and stuff like that. That's gonna be the time where we have the opportunity to go, okay, I got a dupe of this, I'll sell this and I'll trade it for that, and I got a dupe of that and I'll sell this and trade it for that, and it's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun. And then the Ruby exchange, which is sort of the last thing we need to talk about here. This is now available in game. You can now go into this tab in the game and you can spend rubies on stuff. Now, there are definitely some things in here that some would argue have some value to them, even when being purchased by rubies. But I highly recommend that you do not spend any rubies here. I know, like, say for example this one, 64 rubies for a jewel is pretty cheap, but I highly recommend you hold on to every ruby you have. With this anniversary coming up, they haven't been as generous with rubies in the last year as we've come to expect them to be, even during like anniversaries and stuff like that, special events. And I have a feeling we're slowly trending away from that, and we're moving into a place where they are being just a little bit more generous with rubies, and hopefully when the anniversary does come, they will be back in full form and they're going to give us loads of rubies and it's going to be a fun old time. But on the off chance that's not the case, and even if that is the case, rubies are like the one super precious resource in this game. Please don't spend them on jewels. Please don't spend them on limit break doors. I'm begging you. That is not how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to spend them on the gacha. So just hold on to them, okay? And that's basically it for this video. There's some more things we'll talk about, but that's more to do with the anniversary itself. And I've got some videos prepared for that. In fact, I've got 3 videos I'm in the process of preparing for that. And they'll be coming out. I don't really know when they'll be coming out. Periodically. They'll be coming out in the near future. So look forward to those. And until those come out, I hope you guys enjoyed. And I will see you all next time.